Hi everybody, Jim Miller here alongside Don Murphy on AHL On the Fly, and we are bringing you the latest action around the league. Don?
On today's episode on AHL On the Fly, we'll be talking about the new divisions and the upcoming draft and the new rules that were put on this year's league. And the problem is, these rules aren't going to really fit this league and how these players play.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but before we talk about the rules, we'll talk about the draft. Third overall pick, LA Bombers.
Led by captain Nick Krudiak, who's looking for his sophomore year here in the AHL league. Last year, let down, but I think they can capitalize on this year's team. Drafted, I think they're going to go with Sean Lendner, power forward. I bet you they'll have good chemistry this year, a lot of passing, and on the power play, they'll be pretty good.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, Lednecker, with the new rule where the goalie can come out of the crease and play offense and shoot on goal, you can do this now. This is a new rule in Krudiak. We've seen it in the CHL. They tried it as an experiment.
But the problem is, Krudiak gives up a lot of rebounds. And
a lot of rebounds.
The big boys in this league, the returnees, they're gonna capitalize off this.
Oh,
especially the Northridge Blues, and they will be all over him. They're going to look for any way to put the puck in the net. I know the Northridge Blues would want to win a cup this year as a new expansion team, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So with the second overall pick, the Santa Ana Bears, the releasing of Garrett Bunkers, that was kind of heartbreaking, but we knew he left his mark on the league, but they're being replaced with Adam Saba, the Washington Red Hawks captain. And Adam Saba, he's a great role model. The problem is, maybe, I don't know if he's going to be ready for this year. Maybe next year. We've had a couple letdowns these past couple drafts. But, things happen, things change. And I think they're going to go with either Ken Yamamoto or Von Hicks. See, the problem is, if Ken Yamamoto gets picked overall, I think they're going to go with Von Hicks. Two very good draft picks for this year's team.
Yeah, we could talk about Yamamoto and Hicks all day, but it'll be very interesting to see how Saba reacts to taking on a bigger role. He had a big role in his CHL team, but this is the AHL. This is the big boys. This is the powerhouse.
Yeah, and especially in the league with the Tucson Crusaders and the Irvine Israelites, two veteran teams, we're going to probably be pounding this team. And the Santa Ana Bears, they need to step up their gameplay. See, somebody like Ken Yamamoto, I think they'll be solid because this league is all about goaltending. Goaltending.
And Ken Yamamoto, he's a great goaltender. He
posting 4 shutouts
in 4 straight games.
Yes, that is right.
Wow.
OC Breakers. His college team. 4 consecutive games, 4 shutouts, and
to beat Penn Quakers in the championship.
Yeah, that was Adam Saba's team, by the way. So it'd be kind of pretty interesting if Adam Saba and Ken Yamamoto, 2 players who don't like each other, but
two different worlds coming together into one.
See,
I don't know. I like it. I think it could happen.
Yeah.
It could work.
Yeah, and with a veteran team coming up, the Irvine Israelites,
they have their struggles.
That
should
be
downhill.
Yeah. Captain Jason Shube, he's going to look any possible way to find any way to get in the playoffs this year.
Fire. They need fire. They need good fire. We've seen fire, but it's been the wrong type of fire. It's been bad fire. Zach Shube, horrible temper.
They don't really have good chemistry at all. Zach Shube just letting down the team 2 years in a row now. We thought he was.
After he went number 2 last year was the biggest letdown I've seen since ever.
Yeah, I know. Probably the first ever letdown in this league. But
I mean, CHL skills don't belong in the AHL, and that's what Zach Shube is trying to bring.
With Jason Shube and Zach Shube, when they don't fight and when they are on their game,
they can be a solid team. They can be a true contender. But
this fall.
I don't know. I don't like it. I don't have them finishing very high. And now we talk about the
Northridge Blues as a new expansion team. This should be pretty interesting. Irvine Ducks and the Northridge Blues. Wes Loeffler, captain of the Irvine Ducks, unrestricted free agent, given up and signed by this new expansion team. Do you think that was the right decision?
I agree.
I think it was the right decision because with a veteran player with a new expansion team, and now he's to pick a rookie in the draft. But they have the 4th overall pick, so it should be pretty interesting.
It's a big role to fill.
Yeah, and see, with the 4th overall pick, we don't know who's going to be left.
Yeah, I mean, you could take Von Hicks first. If they don't have first. You could take Kent Yamamoto first.
You can take Sean Lundberg. This could be a tough decision for them to make. They could probably go for Robbie Loeffler as well. Wes Loeffler's young brother, who played with the Penn Quakers this season.
That should be a great chemistry team.
Yeah, but the problem is, Wes Loeffler and Robbie Loeffler, just like Shubes, they have tough time playing together.
I'd say less than the Shubes, but Robbie, rookie, Shubes.
Robbie would be a good goaltender, even though he only posted up a 8-4 record this past season.
Those 4 losses were not his fault.
It was all defense fault. They let up the passing lanes, they left the shooting lanes, and they had shots in the middle of the slot. It should be pretty interesting if Robbie Loeffler, Robbie Loeffler versus Ken Yamamoto. Think of that. David and Goliath right there. That will be the game of the century right there. Probably going to be on AHL Rival Night probably. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
And back to Wes Loeffler.
Great guy.
And
he's a veteran.
And he'll be the captain of this team, and he needs to lead this team.
He needs to lead the ship.
He needs to be the captain. He needs to lead this team, and he needs to get this team to the playoffs. I would love to see an expansion team like this. Because remember, now with the new rule, with the new expansion team, with the 16 league, top 2 teams in each conference will go to the playoffs and play a best-of-3 series. And then, when they get to the championship, it will be a best-of-5 series. And probably seeing Irvine Ducks and the Northridge Blues, I think they will play each other in the conference. Unless, if any of those teams can step it up and face these guys, should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about this all day, but we gotta go to the number 1 pick, the Irvine Ducks. And man, wow.
Well, after the release of Wes Loeffler, Josh Tressick now has to pick up his game and take the leading role in this freaking league right now. He needs to, just like Jason Shube, all these captains in the league,
they need to step it up. They need to step their game up. And with number 1, you can take whoever you want. The problem is, can't make a mistake like the Israelites did a few years ago with Zach Shube.
Yeah, that's correct. See, I would think Josh Tressick, a forward player, I would say a forward player, I don't know, maybe this should be pretty interesting. Santa Ana Bears might go with Robbie Loeffler, 2 goaltenders.
That could be. That would be a very surprising draft. Not likely, but I think Yamamoto will go number 1 if it's not Hicks.
Yeah, that's definitely true. See, if Yamamoto overall number 1 pick right now. At number 2, we have possibly Robbie Loeffler and Von Hicks up for grabs right now for the Santa Ana Bears. And for the number 3 pick, the LA Bombers, I think they're going to go with straight with Lednecker, be probably good.
Lednecker will be available. We don't see much talk about him with number 1 and number 2.
And with number 4, the Northridge Blues with Wes Loeffler, he'll probably have to pick whoever's left in that case.
Yeah, the Irvine Ducks, number 1 pick. And now we move on to the reigning champ, Tustin Crusaders.
Tustin Crusaders, back-to-back champs. Look for number 3 this year. It should be interesting.
Led by goalie and captain Ryan May.
It should be interesting.
Assistant captain Benjamin Ennis.
Yeah, Ryan May, absolute stud out there in that.
Headed straight to the Hall of Fame.
12-0 last season, and the Tustin Crusaders were undefeated last year. But they had a tough time playing the Irvine Israelites, though.
Yeah, I mean, those games went into overtime, but they managed to pull it out.
Yeah, before Ben Ennis was able to pick up his game, they were down by 5 goals going into the second period, and he stepped up his game. He scored 6 goals to take the lead, but giving up an easy goal because he wasn't marking his man. See, that's the problem with Ben. He cannot go back on defense. He can't catch up with the fast offensive players, especially with the new guys, Adam Sabo and Josh Jessic. They're fast. See, the problem with veteran players, they can't keep up with these new players and these new skills. It should be pretty interesting.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see also May with the new rule where you can come out of the crease. I know he used to play forward in college, and he converted to a goalie, and wow, what a move that was.
But the problem is, he's too physical. He could probably draw a cross-check penalty, and that can really harm a team with a 45-second penalty.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, especially with teams like the LA Bombers. They're probably going to go with Sean Lednecker, probably.
I mean,
but that power play is probably going to be top class right there. But remember, when this Tusker Crusaders is on the power play, they're deadly. They are deadly, I say. They're going to probably be up there with, I don't know, probably the greats. I don't even know. So, it should be interesting. Let's talk about the new rules now.
Yeah, I mean, the new rules with the goalie and the new penalties.
Yeah, the new penalty minutes, yeah. So, it should be interesting.
They have reduced the time from the penalty minutes being
from 1 minute
and a half.
1 minute. It was 1 minute before, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was 1 minute.
Yeah,
1 minute to 45 seconds.
Folks.
To increase the fast tempo, because they're tired of people holding on to it.
Yeah, we've seen that many times from Shub last year. I mean, you can't delay the game and just take away from everyone else.
Especially, I don't like people who slow down the game. I didn't really like that.
Yeah.
I don't really like that. People who stall the game just to help out their team. I want fast, quick motion out there.
We also have to see, can May keep his temper? We saw last year in the finals, tempers flared. He got in a few fights. The new penalty rule this season.
Especially Garrett Bunkers. And I bet you Ryan May is pretty happy that Garrett Bunkers is not playing this league. Garrett Bunkers,
definitely
12 goals in that finals, and he really had Ryan May on his heels. He was mad. He was really mad. And
May did get him in the final game where he shut the team, the
Santa Ana Bears. So it should be pretty interesting. You know, with Garrett Bunkers out of the league. So,
yeah, Ryan May, he released a comment Tuesday saying that he was very happy, glad to see the dude retire, but he respects the man, as everyone knows.
He had a great season. He had a great career. So it should be interesting. And new divisions now. We have the Colonial Division with the 3 old teams, the Irvine Israelites, the Tusker Crusaders, and the Santa Ana Bears. 3 top teams playing in the same division. Do you see one of the teams probably going into the new expansion league?
No, I do not see that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I heard the commissioners talking about it, moving the Irvine Israelites to the new expansion conference.
I think that might just be because they couldn't hang with the other 2 teams.
Yeah, and I think they might move up their Irvine Ducks to the Big Boy League. So it should be pretty interesting, especially if they get Kenny Yamamoto. It'd be an all-out goalie league right there.
That would be fun to watch. I mean, so we could talk about this all day, but we want to tell you our predictions for this upcoming season. And Don, what do you have?
So, Jim, I think in the Colonial Division, I think I see Tusker Crusaders. I'm going to go with the Irvine Ducks. I don't think Santa Ana Bears are not going to keep up with them this year.
I agree, but I don't know. I like my Bears.
I don't know that new captain.
I have the Bears losing to the Crusaders, and yes, the Crusaders three-peat this year.
Well, we don't know about that, Jim. Should be pretty interesting, especially with the Grapefruit Division, with the new teams. Especially with the veteran team moving the Irvine Israelites to that division with the Northridge Blues.
Yes, but it has not been confirmed yet that they're moving.
Yes, but I see the Irvine Israelites and the LA Bombers. I don't see the Northridge Blues making it.
If the Israelites stay in their division, they will not make the playoffs.
But if the new rule comes in, the moving of the Irvine Israelites and the Irvine Ducks,
that could change the game.
Yes, it probably will change
That
the
could
game.
cause maybe an upset to the Tustin Crusaders and end their rule over the past 2 years. They've been phenomenal.
Yeah, Irvine Ducks and Tuscan Crusaders in the Colonial Division, Irvine Israelites, and I
think the move for the Israelites could bring up their recent struggles of late.
So this is what I have. I have Tuscan Crusaders, Irvine Ducks, Colonial Division. Grapefruit Division, I have LA Bombers in first, Irvine Israelites in second.
This is if they move, correct?
Yes, this is
Okay.
if they move.
If they do not move.
I have the Irvine Israelites beating the LA Bombers in Game 3.
Ooh.
And having the Irvine Israelites go to the championship against the Tuscan Crusaders. And this should be pretty epic final. What do you think? Good rival team, definitely. We will be there to
Very
watch
historic rivalry. We will be there. Catch us at the games. Every game we will be broadcasting to you. And we will see you next time on AHL on the Fly. I'm Jim Miller.
And I'm John Murphy.
And we will see you next time.